How are you getting on? Well, lads,
We're back.
We're so back.
In the biggest way ever.
As requested. This is going to be episode 10. This is going to be the final episode, or episode 9. I'm not sure what way it's going to go. But this is basically wrapping up the series, except for the Dublin Marathon video, which is on the way. And after a good, successful last chat, I think we all really enjoyed it and got a lot of good feedback from all sorts of people. I got a lot of feedback on the Dublin Marathon route.
Yeah.
Ran by a good few people. They were like, Luke,
Tops.
love the video with King and Will. I was like, sound. Nice.
In a while.
I'll see you at the end. Yeah.
Did you subscribe? Subscribe.
So we're back. We're back in action with the lads, and we're just doing a little recap. And yeah, got a few bits here to talk about. Obviously, the day has passed now. I think we're all recovered. It's Thursday now. We're all somewhat recovered, coming around, still coming to reality a bit as well, because it was just a mad old weekend, best weekend ever. And yeah, we're going to sit down and chat. The lads need no introduction. Two handsome geezers.
We back.
Two handsome geezers. I guess I wanted to start off, boys, by just saying thank you for the last couple of weeks and couple of months getting to know you. It's been an absolute buzz. Thanks for coming on as well.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done the block as well as I would have, or as well as I did, without you boys to have a bit of crack with, whether it's
nice.
training sessions, couple tough ones, couple longer stuff as well, and makes it all a little bit more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Big time.
So I want to say thanks to you guys, and
likewise,
it's been,
Right back at you.
It's been a good buzz, man. I was saying to, I think yourself, it's cool being an adult and getting to pick your friends a little bit more and be a bit more conscious of it. We were saying it there the other night in the pub. And yeah, it's a good buzz, lad. It's fucking good buzz. So yeah, shout out to you both. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the future brings.
A lot.
Yeah. A lot of speedy races. So yeah, basically we can kick off with general initial thoughts really of the day and of the race and everything. First kind of sum up of everything that happened. How did the weekend go for you boys?
The weather was a bit worse than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It started raining literally once we started, didn't it?
Didn't stop as a...
Bit of wind, but overall not that bad.
Not too bad. I second that one. I thought it was okay.
That was okay. Bit of fumbling at the start with getting into the bag drop. I don't think I got into my pen until like 7 minutes before the start. I was literally like, we were held up like halfway back up, like whatever road, some road. Like hundreds of people held up because the baggage drop was just hectic, which was a bit stressful at the start.
It was.
Tried to go to Jack's. I was like, geez, I need to get to Jack's. Need to like warm up. I expected that I'd get like a couple of strides and check how the hip was working, and didn't do that. It's like flicking my leg, didn't really get a warm up.
Bro, I was texting Luke. I was like,
You texting the group, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's done.
I'm panicking here. I can't get into the bag drop.
Before the National Gallery, behind these crowds of people.
that's-
And look, I get that. They can't just let 10,000 people storm into one place at the same time. Totally get it. But I was texting, I was like, it's over. If I don't
Everyone
get
wants to
into
be
the
in a
group,
wave.
all the lads are already in the wave that I was planning to go out with. Done.
And you really have to be with your group.
I knew I wouldn't catch them. Like if I was back the wave, you can still run the time, but you have a hard day out, man.
You're 30 seconds going over.
Yeah.
I think I went over the line about a minute and 20 after.
Yeah, after the
Because I
gun,
wasn't ready yet. I had to like take off my gloves, and the next thing it went, and I hadn't like felt like I was ready to go. I was like, no way I'm doing a marathon yet. It took that extra 30 seconds to just open up
Settle
my
into
hip.
the groove, yeah.
We started just ahead of the 3 hour balloon.
Yeah.
Just ahead. We had a lot of work to do. Like the goal was, Keno just said he's going to stick with me. I was like, perfect. I was like, my plan was 8 sub 20 minute 5Ks and then the last 2K or whatever. And I was like, whether it's 19:59 or 19:30, whatever it's going to be, as long as it's under 20. And we went through the first 20 in, you'd seen Mary just before we hit the 5K mark. It was 20:50 on my Strava or on my watch. And I was like, right.
Yeah.
We have a bit of work. I was like, yeah, it's 50 seconds, but I was like, that's average of what, 4:10 or something through. And I was like, right, okay, I know it's only 5K and there's a lot of time to make it back up, but I was like, that's not ideal. And then from then, even up the park, after that, everything was under sub 20. I think next one was 19:59, bang on. And we made nice ground coming up Castleknock Hill.
Yep.
And then coming down we were cruising, and then about 20k I left you as well. I was pushing on then.
I was like,
but yeah,
little friend.
first 5k was worrying almost. I was like, oh no, am I putting myself here? Because it's nice having more in the tank, and even now I think, could I have ran 50 seconds quicker, because I would have probably felt the same. 20-minute 5k, 20:50 doesn't really make a difference anyway. But yeah, it was a bit of a slow start out the blocks from us, and getting there as well was a bit of a hassle.
I think that probably paid dividends.
I think so.
Like that first section of Dublin, settle down, get a bit of space on the road. If you're in front of the 3-hour group, there's a bit of room to make up there. But then like you're climbing from the Keys as well, so no harm just going out, settling into it.
Yeah, you need a couple of K to kind of find the rhythm as well, and then
big time, yeah.
definitely did.
That was hard to know. I remember looking down the watch, I was like, I didn't have as much of a pacing plan. I was like happy to like get going, and then I was like, no, I'll happily try and cruise at this for as long as I can. But like at the start I was like, this is slow. This is feeling way too easy. This is supposed to be a race. I'm like, this is supposed to be a marathon. You're supposed to be kind of like tipping. So I was anxious
trying to get going.
It felt like a bit of a jog at the start,
but then,
for sure.
as you said, when you have that extra conserve of energy then towards the end,
in Dublin it pays a huge dividend.
yeah, because I was in a bad way from 27k. I was like,
yeah. I think it definitely worked in my favour. I think if I was to be super analytical, definitely could have taken some seconds off, but having that first 5k easy was good for finding the rhythm. And then like once I hit Crumlin Road or so, that I knew that section was going to be tough, just the halfway point. I was taking on fuel early as well. I took on about, I'd say 150 grams of carbs in the first half of the race, in the first hour and 24 minutes, which is a lot. But the speed dust just went down so well, and then the gels were going down well. Anto gave me a bottle at 20 when I asked him to. Hey!
Sponsor us now.
Yeah.
Send us out a few bags.
So yeah, like once I hit Crumlin Road or whatever, I was like, right, I was taking on fuel going down and then up Crumlin Road, which I didn't really want to be doing. I kind of wanted to have it at about 25k in, and then, but Ando gave me a gel as well, so I had an extra caffeine gel. I ended up taking 4 caffeine gels and 1 regular gel, so 400 milligrams of caffeine. That's 5 double espressos over the course of 2 hours, which fucking helped a lot. I can take a lot of caffeine, but like that really had me buzzing, especially 35 or so. Like 25 to 40 was the best I've ever felt running. Like I was like bring the pace down, and I was like, wow, I feel really good here. But I didn't want to get carried away. But I was like, just give me my 345s, 347s when I can take them, because I know that the back end is going to be pretty rough. And it was that last 2k for me was a real slog. Like 404, but I've been running like 350s or so, like 15 seconds on my previous pace, and I was like, oh no, I'm really suffering. All the videos and all, I was like, that is some poor running form, like some poor stuff. I genuinely didn't know if I was going to make it when I seen the 300 meter sign on the turn as well. I was like, Luke, genuinely, I was like, my head was gone, my heart rate was so high and full of caffeine and all as well. I was like, I can't collapse on this purple carpet and have to like crawl here after running a flawless race. And I was like, am I going to put a minute on my time here in the last 200 meters? And then I just sprinted the last end. Got the arm swinging, and yeah, I was grand in the end, which was pretty good. Will Boyle.
Yeah, man.
You had a good day out.
I had a good day out.
A perfect day out.
Man, it genuinely, after the bag drop situation, couldn't have gone better.
Yeah.
Like everything just settled. That first 5k, we had planned to go 340 flat to at least Walkinstown roundabout. So there was a small pack there. We had kind of pre-agreed that we would work together to 15 miles. Everyone get to 15 miles together and safe.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens from there is fine. I think pretty quickly we were clipping like 336, 338. And one guy was kind of calling out splits, and I just told him to settle. I was like, look, it feels good, we'll roll with it for now. If we need to make that call, we will, but there's no point in us like looking at splits every K going, oh, it's a 338, it's not 340. We're here now. Do you know, we're not in the long run, we're in the race. Let's see what happens. but it kept moving forward, and I kind of came into that lead national female group by the Keys. So we picked them up on the Keys, but that was kind of still forming itself, the group. And when we hit Manor Street, then we were running 3:45.
Right.
Just briefly, because we were like, right, this is the pack. We're in the pack now, sub 2:35 pack. Let's just sit here. And they were running 3:45 just for kind of a minute. And we kind of looked at each other, and we didn't know whether they were just racing each other or they were going
up the hill,
2:40.
Manor
Exactly,
Street? Yeah.
So we made a call and we just went up the road. We said, let's just keep going, not get settled for too long in this group. To then find out 8k up the road, they're going 2:39, 2:40, whatever it was. So we went up the road, and that pack, big shout out to Chris O'Reilly, who agreed to kind of pace through halfway. He was doing it as his long run, he's getting in shape for Valencia, so he jumped in and just kind of kept everything settled. And then from Walkinstown, it's same as you, when you swing off from Dolphins Barn onto that Crumlin Road, I know it's going to be a tough section of the race. It's a lonely road. It's slightly uphill. It's a bit of a slog. Like
Wind was definitely a factor. Definitely a factor.
Definitely.
Big time. And didn't feel fatigued, but could feel the pace just slow a little bit, and was kind of concerned, but then got to Walkinstown. And I was like, okay, we're good. And just started picking it up, and I picked it up the whole way home. Ran a negative split. We came through half in 1:16:30 high, something like that, 1:16:30 something. And then ran the back half in 1:15 mid as well, 1:15 low. So I was just happy with that strength, because I had this vision I did in my head. I didn't really share this with people, but from UCD I wanted to go on my own. That was it. If the strength was there, once I got to the top of that flyover on the N11, I wanted to go
Race it down.
Yeah, I was like, if there is strength there, that's where I'm going. It's down Nutley, left onto Northumberland, and you're flat home and house. And that's what I did. I went solo, and I was kind of cruising down Northumberland, and I had ran like a 320 mid kilometre to break off on my own. And I was like cruising down Northumberland, and I was like, man, I feel a bit too good here. Like I'm feeling really smooth. And then 500 metres up the road, I was like paraplegic.
Humbled.
Collapsed out, completely busted, like arm drive gone, same as yourself, coming around that last corner on the canal, no drive in the arms, just trying to get home. I think my last K from the 320, my last kilometre between 41 and 42 was like 350, which is obviously still a quick kilometre, but it was like
compared.
But then managed to pick it back up on the carpet just about as well for 2:32. Big day out.
Massive, man. Massive.
Day out,
yeah. I knew you'd definitely a sub 2:35 there, like going in, and you weren't saying times, and like I respect that as well, because you don't want to put too much pressure, especially at that level where it's like a second off the pace is like detrimental, you know. But I was like, right, he's defo gonna run a 2:34. I knew 2:35. I was just like, I know what nick you're in. I've seen your training. And then when I did catch it at the end, because I had no idea, like when you're in the middle of the race, you forget. I thought you were behind me for I lost you just at Crumlin or so, about 20k or so. I was just pretending Cian was behind me. I was just like, right, Cian's behind me, don't let him catch it. That was my kind of thinking. I was like, and it wasn't like I was racing with Cian around them, but I was like,
this is the competition.
I was just like, I don't want to see Cian again until the end. I was like, I felt really good, and I did make a bit of a move about halfway. I was like, I feel suspiciously good, but not like gunning it. But I was like, right, let's start bringing it down. And I was looking at the average as well, and like I think we'd got the average to 4, bang on about 20k, like the 4 minute kilometers, whereas the first
we had a
10k was
4:10 around the middle together when we were. I think we ran the first 20k together.
Pretty much. We were kind of, we'd be
21, 22k. I'd say.
Yeah, you were taking the downhills quite speedy. I was like, okay, I was like,
I was letting the legs roll down the downhills. I've always enjoyed letting that happen.
Turn the handbrake off.
Maybe that's why my quads are absolutely fucked. But just letting myself roll down the hills always make up a few seconds. Like
But
then you'd always go.
Always kind of catch up, because I was like, right, Cian's here, we're sitting at 4s, and I was like, we're sitting cruisy, and like I had no idea.
To be like, all good,
we were chatting, a good bit as well. Really enjoyed that first half of the race.
Great.
Really enjoyed it. I was having a laugh with you as well. You were getting a lot of shouts, especially throughout the park and stuff as well. A lot of Cian. I was A lot of Yuprahinis as well, which is such a buzz. Absolute life hack for having a Rahini singlet. I think that's definitely the move. And then Crumlin, there was a fella, I ended up overtaking him, but he had a Rahini singlet on as well. And everyone was saying Yuprahini, and I kept pretending that it was Cian behind me, where I was like, because you were probably only a couple meters behind me, but I was like, that's Cian. Every time someone was like Yuprahini, and I was like, that's Cian, right, stick out, keep going. They're shouting at Cian there, they're shouting at Cian. And I was like, for some reason, that 10k, I was like, right, Cian's right here. Because I didn't even have the energy to look back. And I was like, right, let's just pretend Cian was right behind me. Don't worry about that. I had no idea how your hip was or anything, or how you were feeling. Like, obviously, you're well able to run, you know. And that was kind of my thought process. And then from like 25, 30, when I hit the 30k mark, I went through just under 2 hours, which I knew was a PB on the 30k. And I was like, right, no, I feel good here. And like the whole time, because we got that slower start, and most people don't run a negative split because it's very difficult to do that, to have enough energy. I ended up overtaking for the majority of the race, bar the last 2k. And I think that gave me a good boost. Like it was kind of, it's nice to have a pack to sit into, but it's also nice to have people to overtake as well. So I kind of found myself getting those little dopamine hits every time I was overtaking someone. And I was like, this is good. Like I'm feeling strong. Everybody's in the hurt locker. And then from about like 35, there's that hill at 35k and 37 or something. And I was like, right, looking at my legs, and every step I took was severely sore. But I was like, my legs are moving, just keep going, like just keep going. It is literally mind over matter at that point. And I was like, right, keep the legs turning. Took it handy enough on the hills. Like I wasn't like bursting myself up the hills. I was just like, right, take it handy enough. And then when you get to the top of the hills, none of them are that big, you know, but you're looking at it, you're going, right, take it step by step here and dig in. And then you can take the downhills. And then my dad was on the course, seen him like 4 times or something. Seen Anto a good 4 times as well, I'd say. And that helped. The majority of that was like up to 30k. And then I knew I was quite worried about that 33 to 39 kind of mark, because I was like, you get to 40, it's basically done. But that was, I hadn't touched anything over 32k in my long runs. The last time I'd ran 35k was at Malta. So I was like, I haven't been there. Like I know what that feeling's like, but still that gap existed. And I was chatting to one of my mates, he started doing sports psychology with one of his friends, and I jumped on a call with them on Saturday, and we were kind of talking about that. I was getting to know his business partner, and then I was also just talking about the race, and because I think there's such a place for sports psychologists, for anybody, like whether you're at an elite level or whether you're just running a little bit as well. And I was chatting to them, and I was kind of said like I had that bit of fear there around that 33 to 39k. And then they kind of brought me through an exercise of like visualizing what that feeling is going to be like, and like breaking the race up, because that's a 6k block where you're really worried, and 6k, anything can happen in 6k. Whereas they said like break it up into smaller parts, like 200 meters. So look at a tree and just get to that tree, get to the traffic lights. And next thing you know, you've done a kilometer, and then you forget about how much pain you're in. And I kept doing that, and reminding myself of that. And then you remind yourself of your why as well, and what you're doing it for. And like we were talking about in the last episode, like the previous version of ourselves that just couldn't run a 5k. And then you get to 37, you're like, right, well, I can definitely run a 5k, you know, it's like, do it for him. And that got me through a lot of the sticking points as such. And then 2k to go, Northumberland, and I was shot, like absolutely shot. Adam was getting footage, and I was like, it's funny when you've a camera on you, you want to run well as well. You want to kind of like put on a bit of a show, but the form was out the window, like completely out the window, falling onto the soles of my foot. And then that last corner, when you cross the canal, turn left there, and there's a big, huge crowd. And I was like, I didn't even have the energy to wave, look, nothing. I did not give a rat who was there. I was like head down, seeing the 300 meter line. I was like, I genuinely don't know if I can make it. And then I just said, I literally thought of us talking about the podcast, finishing strong, that last like 200 meter sprint. And I just thought like my legs are gone here, like completely gone. Heart rate finished at 188 for the last 400 meters. And I just thought, if I can swing the arms, Katrina McKiernan, I've done a few sessions with her down in Malahide. She always said, swing the arms like crazy, like just full on. And I was like, if I move the arms, surely the legs will follow. That was my thing. And I was like, sure, like they have to, like physically they have to. And I was thinking, if they don't, I'm going to be eating purple carpet now in a second. And just swung, and they went and finished 200 metres and finished with a 3:42 pace for the last 400 metres or whatever, which I was over the moon with. And yeah, heart rate got up to 190 then as well. But what a feeling. Like, but I was delirious crossing the finish line. Like Maeve said, she was like, you just walked by. I was like, I'd seen Maeve, but I was like, I am in no state to like help anybody. I was like, I actually might need a medic myself. Like, and I was looking, the wheelchairs are out loads, and I was like, oh, I feel really bad. And then I kind of came to after 10, 15 seconds, turned around, got her. Keith Russell was there as well. And then we were cruising in, and it was like such a surreal feel. I looked at my watch, I was like under 248. I thought I was going to land in the 248 or so, under 249. And I was like, oh, I'm after smashing that. And then I was thinking I couldn't have ran a better race. It was so cool, but like the buzz around Dublin.
Oh, man.
Like phenomenal.
Dublin Marathon
phenomenal.
Lived up to everything.
Yeah.
Like the support on that course. To say it before the marathon's like, yeah, everyone's supporting Dublin's class. Phenomenal. Like second to none.
Yeah.
Other than the Crumlin Road, which everyone knows anyway. Yeah. You know, and maybe like when you're coming down the hill at the back of, around the back of the Phoenix Park. But no one can be there, you know. But like 3 deep off the barrier the whole way around, man.
Yeah.
I've never had my name shouted at me so many times in my entire life. Tops.
So good, so good. Running around with you as well. I said to you, I was like, Cian, we were coming down Castleknock back in towards the park, and I was like, Cian, I think every single one of your Instagram followers is here shouting your name. I was like, this is gas. It was all Yup Cian, Yup Raheny. I was like, fair play, but just so many people out, and it's almost annoying because you don't have the time or the energy to look at everybody. You'd love to know who everybody is, and you're kind of like, oh, like I ended up just going, like, just giving one of these every time somebody shouted my name or whatever. I was like, it could be anyone, could be someone I know. It could have been my dad and I wouldn't have noticed. But it was phenomenal, like the buzz around.
When you're moving fast, it is hard to catch eyes, and you hear and bells are ringing and people are roaring, shouting. It's impossible to, difficult to, and then your brain also doesn't have the capacity, I feel, to calculate. That's your man, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, one step in front of the other is more important.
You're trying to think of their name and all. You're like, oh, I know your man from, he was in my school. And you're like, blah, 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 blah. What's his name again? Like, it doesn't matter.
Head back down, keep it
you have to run.
I think people get that though.
100%.
Because I texted a couple of people afterwards. Like there was one guy in particular just before I turned on to the N11 who sent me a text last week that I haven't seen since I was in the 4th year in school. Like, you know, so like a long time ago. Came out just to see me in the marathon, and I saw him, but by that point I was so locked into this groove I couldn't really acknowledge him when he gave me a shout. But I gave him a text afterwards. I was like, look man, sorry, I didn't acknowledge it.
It was too dialed.
It means the world to me or whatever. And he was like, man, I totally get it. Like I think people understand 100%. You're not just dismissing them. Do you know what I mean? You're just in the middle of something quite difficult.
They can tell by your face.
It's like a little bit hard.
Busy right now. This is actually running the marathon.
Just 38k in here. Sorry, buddy.
I know I love running, but this kind of hurts a little bit, man.
Yeah. I seen Anto and the crew, and coming up the flyover when you're taking the exit there, and I'd had my 2 bottles, 5 gels now at this point. I was like, there's no real point in taking fuel on, but I just didn't feel great. Like I was like, the body's moving whatever, but I just felt a bit like weak. Like I knew mentally I was okay, but I was like, I don't feel like 100%. Like I felt like I was low on sugar or something basically. And then Anto was there, and I seen him. It would have been my 4th time seeing him, and he had a bottle and it was like bright orange as well. And then he'd put together like a carb pre-workout, like everything in this bottle. I seen it after, and I just seen it, and I didn't even say anything. I just grabbed the bottle off him, perfect. And Kate said that when she seen me gone by, she was like, he's running well, but he looks really terrible, like proper white in the face, cold as well, like because you're freezing as well. And she was like, he needs a bottle, like. And then once I did, literally it was just a bit of sugar, it was a bit of like just a bit of a kick that I got, and I was running with a couple of lads. And I was like, here, just want to sip of that. I took a sip, like I took maybe half the bottle or whatever, and then gave it to one of the lads. I was like, here's just carb drink. I thought it was just like an Alter or Cis or something. I didn't know it was laced with pre-workout and all sorts. Like, and I gave it to your man. I was like, do you want a bit of carb drink, whatever? He took a sup and he was like, what the fuck? He gave it to your man over the other. He did the exact same. He was like, do you want that back? And I was like, no, throw that away. I was like, that's what all I needed. I just needed a sup, like I needed a water station or something. Had a bit of Lucozade at one point as well. And but yeah, like the fuel and all just went perfectly for me. Like even afterwards, like I remember Malta, I had to go straight to the Jacks, grab my medal, straight to the Jacks. There was no celebration, there was nothing. After, my stomach was completely perfect. And I think it was the carb load, but then also getting used to like training, of course, doing gels and having the carb drink. And then on the Friday I had 2 servings of Alter, and then Saturday I had 2 servings as well. So I think my stomach was used to the taking on liquid carbs, whereas I wouldn't drink a fizzy Coke, or I wouldn't have a Lucozade normally. Like I drink water and black coffee and that's it. So that really, really helped. And I was kind of thinking, like, is this just my day where everything goes right? Like similar to your man Cole had in London, you know, when everything just kind of went right, the pace and everything. And I was like, am I having my day where it's just, this is the best performance I could put down? And when I was like 37k, and I was like, yeah, it is.
There is like a runner's instinct. Like, it's difficult in the marathon because you know it's such a long way and things can change so quickly. But you do get that feeling when it's flowing well, and you know it's flowing well. Like I had a similar feeling that I had in Antrim when I ran a great race very early on. A couple of kilometres, like as soon as I got into pace, settled into pace and got moving, I knew. I was like, okay, I feel good. This feels like I want it to feel. I feel like I could run a marathon at this pace. And there's a lot to be said for ending up in that mindset as quickly as possible. Because regardless of the distance, when you're trying to force a pace, it just feels like you can run it. You can knock out the split, do you know what I mean? But it doesn't feel right. And it's a long way to go from Manor Street to the other end of Northumberland Road with a pace that doesn't feel right. Do you know, you need to pull off that. And I think one of the biggest masterclasses of how to race a marathon was Dave McGlynn, national title winner. Unbelievable. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have watched the race back. I watched it back. In the Phoenix Park, in the lead men's group, you've got Ryan Creech, Paul O'Donnell, Hiko and Dave McGlynn. So there's 4 guys there gunning for, probably all in their head gunning for a national title, but there's only 3 spots on the podium. Do you know what I mean? And Dave McGlynn backed off the group and for 16 miles ran on his own. So he made a decision in his head, this just doesn't feel like I want it to feel. Like there's no doubt he can continue to run at that pace, but he knows he's looking down the road at what strength he's going to have through Clonskee. How am I going to feel when I hit Northumberland? And he just trusted in his own training to back off a lead men's group, say goodbye effectively to a podium, and then reel the boys back in, and he won a national title. And I think that that's marathon racing, is can you trust your fitness but also make the right calls. And it was nice. I went out and the splits I wanted to run felt good, but had they not have felt good, I think you got to make that call early. Do you know what I mean? It's too late to make that call after Walkinstown, because you've just done the most uphill section of the marathon at a pace that's wrong. You're going to pay the price, man. Do you know? Like you're going to pay that somewhere. You're
going to end up suffering. You're going to end up suffering anyway, but are you going to end up suffering and going significantly slower, or potentially walking, which is not what you want to do? Or are you going to bring it back at the start and kind of like, there's so much feeling to it as well. It's like, yeah, you're checking your watch, but you're not dialing in every kilometre checking what's split. It's like, you're not, wasn't looking at my heart rate. It was completely irrelevant. I was like, how do I feel? Can I run this for 42 kilometres? And the whole way I felt, yeah, no, this is good. And then even picking it up around 25, I was like, I still feel good. Hit 27k. I was like, right, 10 miles left. I can do 10 miles at this pace. And I was like, right, cruising. But it's a feeling, and like the pace, and it's easy to get attached to a pace like I did at Antrim and go, right, 340s, low 340s, that's where I want to be. Went out, everything felt wrong about that from the first 2-3k, and then it blew up at 8. So it's like, there's so much feeling to it and knowing yourself. And some days you could be having a really good day. Some days you're having a really bad day. So you don't know until you're in the thick of it.
You need it to feel natural, and you need to make those honest appraisals as you go as well. I know it's like you can get attached to a number, but a number's not a feeling. Do you know, like you need to go by that effort, and that's all I had as well, was a 5k split on my watch.
Same.
And I would continue to ask myself, can I run this next 5k at this pace, and then we'll make another appraisal about where we are, how it feels. I know the course quite well as well, so I was kind of looking forward to the next 5k split being like, okay, there's a good bit of uphill in that, there's a good bit of downhill in that. Can I continue this? Yes, I can. And then you get to a point where, like when I got to 30k, 30k, I made a decision to risk my race. Like that was it. I knew. I said, right, this feels good. I'm going to come in under 235 here if I continue to run this. and I made a decision then and there to tip on. And I knew that could have cost me the 234, 235, whatever it was that I was kind of running at the time. But I was willing to roll that dice, do you know what I mean? Because like going back to that idea of I already did this year what I wanted to do. Just push the boat out a little bit more and see what you can do. And I had no idea that I was in 230 low shape. No idea. I knew, I'll be honest, I was confident in my ability to run 234. The numbers were there, it felt good in training. I had done 11 mile tempo a week out from Dublin at marathon pace and it felt clean. I was like, I think this is there. Obviously you don't know until the day. But I had no idea. I didn't think on my best day out that I could actually run 232. And I'm still a bit off, but be looking at 230 at some point, do you know? And it took a risk, but it just goes to show what you can do. And I'm not saying it's like the best way to go out and do a marathon is get to 15 miles and then take a risk. Sometimes risks don't pay, but when it does, that feeling of it starting to click, and I knew it was materialising as I was doing it and shifting off the group up the road. I was like, okay, it's happening. This is what you wanted to do. Just keep it going. I kept saying in my head as well, be brave. My coach, Gary, had told me, safe first half, brave second half. And I wrote it on the back of my bib, I'd be brave, be patient. And that's what it was patient. And then it was like, right, are you going to say you're going to be brave, or are you going to be brave and just go for it? And just went for it, like.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely. Leaving it all out there, I guess. That's what we done. Yeah. How was the second half for you, Keno?
Pain.
Yeah.
Painful. I think the painkiller started to wear off at like 21, 22k. Couldn't open the second one. Got it ripped open eventually, but like started hurting. I think the 2 or 3 weeks not running, 2.5 weeks not running, really like my legs were like, what is going on here? Like, you know, my first session back to be.
Can we just appreciate like a fit guy, but a guy with like no built marathon fitness really? Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit of long running early on, but then like a fairly treacherous block and an injury. To go out and run 250, like, do you know what I mean?
It was so impressive. It was
unbelievable,
like even you coming with me, I was like, right, I've had a really good block here. Like, I know I'm in shape for 248 or so. I know I'm quite happy at those 4 minute kilometers. Obviously, generally, you're quite happy at 4 minute kilometers. You know, no matter the distance. Like you're a fairly quick runner. You know, you're able to move. But I was like, Keno was just like, yeah, I'll come with you, and I was like, all right. Sweet. I was like, yeah, that makes because it made my race so much easier. Like if I was by myself for the first 20k, it would have been awfully boring. Awfully boring. And I don't know if I would have gone through as consistently or as calm as I would have. It felt like we were just on another run. And I was like, this is great, this is lovely. And then I had the opportunity to push on. And I was kind of hoping that your hip was going to be okay and like you weren't going to be like a proper slog kind of coming in. And then when I heard you came in 250, I was like, all right, fair play. I was just like, you barely dropped off the pace at all.
Yeah, dropped off like probably 5 or 6 seconds per kilometre behind. Like you were slowly like tipping away. And I was like, you know what? I actually couldn't. No, I thought my thought crossed my mind was like, I should try and get up to Luke again. I was like up to Crumlin Road. I was like, do you know what? It's not in me today. I'm like, no, you're going to blow up and you're going to slow down way more. Just run your own race. You're here to enjoy it, not try and keep up with Luke. I was like, you had the training and stuff, and like I was like, I'm gonna blow up keeping up, trying to keep up. Yeah. But I was just enjoying it. I didn't expect much for myself. I thought if the hip held up fairly mediocrely with painkillers in me, it would be fine, and I'd probably break 3 with like a bit of effort. But like then like when I was on for like PB and I was like, come on, like, there's only 6-7k to go, like drag through it. But like the last 10-12k, like I was hurting, dragging my leg along, like couldn't like stride. I saw a video of myself actually, just like I'm like really grimacing, pulling my leg along. But I was there to enjoy it. Valencia's in 5 weeks. I want my hip to be better. I did the best I could on the day and had an absolute laugh. Like I had the best fun ever at any race. I always enjoy a race, always be smiling and like having a bit of a laugh at it. But like stopping to kiss the missus just like twice. Seeing my brother, like chatting to Evan at the start for a while as well, like chilling for the first 2 or 3k with you, having the crack with you, cousins, waving at people, having a laugh, getting the crowd going, like, best day ever, like.
And being able to put down a PB on top of enjoying it. Like every video photo I seen of you, you were proper proper smiling,
I was
you know.
say that actually. Do you know what? Don't get me wrong. I had the time of my life out there, and I think I showed that. Like while I was running, as much as I could. I didn't give it away too much.
It wasn't
but I was
all
having
smiles.
a fucking great time.
Yeah.
But every picture and video I saw you, I was like, no, this guy's having a good time.
Yeah.
Like just the attitude surrounding it as well.
I wasn't like hurting. I was like, I want to look at people. If I hear my name being shouted, I don't want to like not like at least throw the head across and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Like you hear Yupperini, like I go Yupperini back.
Yeah.
For the most part. Met my cousin at like 30k as well, Cian, like cruising with him for a few minutes, chatting, passing around bottles, just like it was a PB day, but it wasn't like I wasn't treating it like you have to get to that finish line as fast as possible. Like the last 400 meters, I was like, sprint it or just like chill it in. Like you can get a PB anytime. Like you can like Valencia's in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Will you care about 40 seconds? Just enjoy this purple mile. Be like waving side to side and like enjoy the bells and like soak it in. I just kind of went over the line like literally like this, pointed at some random camera, just being like, I don't care about the 5 seconds I could have made up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And that's the thing. It's an attitude thing as well, and you have that nailed down. I think we all have a pretty solid attitude to running and racing in general. It's like you went out there to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And 100%. You had an absolute blast and ran well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's more there. Full fitness, a bit of training, you know. There's obviously more there. Like, we've no doubt about that. You have a sick marathon in you. But it's also Dublin Marathon and it should be enjoyed.
100%.
You know?
Like Valencia can be different. Like you're not going to have people shouting my name Valencia and no one's going to be shouting your
Valencia is a time trial. It's a time trial course.
That's where you can put the head down a bit more and like go into the hurt locker and not be worried about like looking side to side and getting the crowd going in Valencia. Never mind them like that. I'll treat that, hopefully if the hip holds up, a little bit more seriously. Right, come on, what time can you put down now? I know it's a short 4 weeks or something until then, but like,
well, you've a good long run done.
And knock another few minutes off in Valencia, hopefully all going well. It was good to like get that long run, fueling done every 15 minutes with the gel, works well. Didn't have any stomach issues. Yeah, good buzz.
Happy out. Yeah, absolutely. You actually asked this question about the race plan. Did you stick to your race plan? As in, like, that was...
Relatively, relatively. Like a big focus with my coach as well is like not to be worrying about numbers at all, and that's a big practice I put in over the course of this block. Like when I started this block, it was all about numbers, or when I first like turned my focus towards Dublin Marathon, it was numbers, and then let that go and just let the shape come together. The plan was to run 340s, through halfway, and then get to walking sound safe. We made that agreement. We'll all stay together. That happened. Little bit quicker probably in 340. I think it was like 338, but pretty much bang on. Like, and then the back half, the plan was to be brave, and I felt that's what it was. Negative split by roughly a minute. So yeah, I think the plan was executed better than I thought it would be, but it was to plan. Yeah. The plan definitely wasn't 2:32, and I couldn't have thought.
You couldn't have planned that.
Yeah, I couldn't have. And that's the God's honest truth. I did not think, if you would have asked me before Dublin Marathon, can I run a 2:32 marathon? The answer would be no. So I didn't plan for that, but the way that I arrived there was definitely to plan.
Yeah, sick. I'd planned. I was a little bit slow in the first half. I'd planned to get through there 124. Got through 125. Or just, I think it was 124.50 or something. And I was like, right. I'd said to Anto the night before, and I was like, get through 124, like 4-minute kilometers, handy enough. And I was like, if not, I'll have some work to do, you know, because I wanted that 248. Under 248 would be a massive bonus. And then when I seen like 125, I was like, ooh, right, okay. We're going to have to put the hammer down a bit, and then ran 122 on the back end as well, which is like... that's my second fastest ever half marathon.
That's crazy work.
Like that's 2 minutes off my PB. No, not at all. Not at all. I do get stronger as the race goes on in anything.
That
I always try
Dublin
negative.
supports that as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's not like it does the running for you at all. It's the hardest section physically of the marathon, because there is still uphill there. Like you've Roebuck, Clonskeagh is not easy. Like there's parts there that are difficult, but the course itself, the back end is more favourable towards a faster run. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Across the board, I would say.
Definitely. One thing that I definitely noticed in the last couple of days since the marathon, and we're all not guilty of it, but definitely part of it. There's a lot more content around running than I've ever seen, really. Whether it's your man CB something, what was his name, that took the video in Kilmainham of me and you coming down?
Conal Whelan.
He took some really good shots. AK was out. Loads of photographers. Like there was a lot.
BC Track Vision.
A lot of content around Dublin, and I think there was more support this year, even despite the weather. And I think a lot more people are getting into, a lot more young people that are doing content and like either videoing during the race or getting somebody to video or whatever. But it's so cool. Like some of the footage I saw was kind of, it doesn't feel like it's in Dublin. It feels like it's somewhere else. It feels like it's in a London race, or it feels like it's in America or something. Some of the content and like full on fellas running with gimbals. And I was like, this is really, really cool. Like some of the reels I saw, some of the posts, some of the content around the marathon, which is so refreshing. Because say 2023, when I done my first Dublin, I did not see anything interesting on Instagram about it. It was like you get a photo after with your medal. It was pissing rain as well. It was horrible. Last year maybe a little bit more, but this year it's like, right, the lads are taking this content kind of thing serious, but it's really inviting more people in. Like a lot of people have texted me saying I might put my name in the hat, and they've never done a marathon. They're like, I really enjoyed either being there or seeing the videos and stuff, and a lot of people are getting that itch for it. Really
I think that's
cool.
what it takes. Like it takes like people that aren't in the running culture to be following us for, or whoever, for like a personal reason. And then it's like, oh, they're doing a marathon. Oh, they're making content and like doing a couple of stories and posts around it. That looks fun. Yeah. Because like you mightn't be in Dublin, and like people don't, like they hear the marathons on, like, oh, I don't know.
The roads are closed.
Like the roads are closed. Like it's one day of the year. Like if I feel like once you go out and actually watch it, like that's insane. Like whether you're running 2 hours 30 or 5 hours or 6 hours, that community spirit, like families being out with the signs, kids holding out the sweets and stuff. You're like, I want to get involved in that. One of my mates still watching a Rialto, lives right there, came out to watch it for the first time. It's like, I'm doing that next year. Yeah. That looks class.
Yeah, class. But like, I think people probably have different opinions as to why you make content, and they're always going to make up their own mind about it, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? You can form your own opinion. But for me, when I'm putting out running content, but particularly surrounding the marathon, I've openly said that the marathon saved my life, and I firmly believe that, or gave me a life that I never had. And I want other people to feel that outside of our sphere, outside of the running sphere. And when people text you and they're like, that is such a buzz, I'm going to give that a go. That's the ultimate conversion. It's not like click follow here, click like there. All that stuff is cool, fine. But I want you to know what running means to me, and I want you to experience that. That's the buzz. Do you know what I mean? And in fairness, there's an excitement from supporters as well that I think is class. Big shout out to that group with Mary and Becky in it, like, because
funniest buzz,
unbelievable,
such
buzz.
Good crack, like
I caught them a few times, and Mary, the smiliest human being on planet Earth, and it's like, there's my friend Mary, and she's so happy that we're doing this thing. Do you know what I mean? I think that's unbelievable that people can. And the other two girls, they're not much interested in marathon running.
They take their time out of their day. They could be sitting in a cafe, gone off for brunch somewhere together. But
Sunday, bank holiday, could be sitting in bed.
Took time to come out and stand in the cold and stand in the rain to catch you, go like for 2 seconds, like, and take a video, shout your name and stuff.
Be jumping up and down, like the girls were, like I was screaming, crying, laughing. Both the times we went by them, and I was just like, this is the funniest thing ever. And I was like, it's so cute though as well. It's so nice that she's out supporting you, but also the girls are there with her as well, that she's not like by herself. She's like, girls, come on, we go buzz around the marathon. The girls like, yeah, and they're as excited as her.
It's such a community. Like those girls didn't know my name until Dublin Marathon, and then I sat in a pub with them for the whole day after Dublin Marathon, and we had a great laugh. Like that community spirit. I saw a guy actually share a thing, and he was like, an entire city of people come together, regardless of their differences and their backgrounds. And none of that matters except support and community for like a couple of hours on one day of the year. That's a buzz, man.
That's a good point, isn't it? There's no division there. It's like you don't look at someone and be like, oh, I don't agree with that man's politics, he's a wanker. You're going, fair play to him. Like whoever it is outrunning, you're like, Jesus, that's some graft.
Like Dublin in particular, over the last couple of years, like there's so much divide between opinions and politics and all this kind of crack. But for 1 minute or moment in time, it just doesn't exist. And that's so special. How many things can you think about where an entire city of people, a couple of 100,000 I think the figure was, are willing to just park their differences and go out and have the crack.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Dublin Marathon every weekend, I say. Yeah, get this going every weekend.
Yeah, I know enough my legs to be up for that one now. But.
Oh no, stop. I'm only getting walking today. It's
I'd love to know, have you done any other marathons in Ireland? I'm sure the sport isn't anything
I did
near
Galway.
Dublin, but like Galway.
Galway is dog rough. Would not recommend. 2 little laps and then 4 big laps up around the golf course in Old Salt Hill. It is rough and not as much of a buzz.
Cork might be a bit of a buzz.
Cork and Belfast seem like a bit of crack.
There's a bit of buzz around Cork and Limerick, as far as I know. Belfast, I heard there's lonely parts of it, but I haven't experienced any of them. I know there's a bit of kick around Cork when it gets going.
Yeah, Cork's a nice time of year, May, isn't it?
It's June. I think it can be pretty hot.
It can be pretty hot.
It can be very hot. Yeah.
It's always funny in Cork, lads.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, no, it's really interesting seeing people getting more into it. And I think we spoke about the ballot for next year. I think a lot of people are going to be first time runners next year.
Yeah,
like a huge amount.
And I do think that's great.
Yeah,
I do think
like
that's
I'm
great.
We
thinking
could
probably
easily be on the bikes ourselves next year. But you know what? We're actually going to do whatever race a week before or a week after instead.
Yeah. I think like I'm happy not to do Dublin next year. Let someone else experience. I've done it 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like somebody else kind of deserves that. It is the best buzz. Like there's no feeling quite like it. The support and all. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So anybody that's thinking about signing up, just sign up. You'll get the training done. And I think we are also definitely glorifying it a little bit. It's tough.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like it is dog rough out there.
You have to train.
Like you really have to train. You have to do the fueling, like all the kind of stuff that we've spoken about before. Before the thing, like you have to get everything right in order to enjoy it. Otherwise, you're going to be walking. I was walking in 2023. My knee was gone. Like it was like it's rough if you're not prepared for it. But if you go at a pace that you can manage, whatever that pace is, and you can maybe run the back half quicker, and then you can get to the last 2K and enjoy that, it is up there with the best buzz in the world.
It's fucking special.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Dave McGlynn there. I was going to say, have you watched the marathon back, or you were kind of just chilling out? I got asked who the star performers were. I said you, because you had no right putting down a 2:32. That's just crazy.
Honest to God, I would accept that. I had no right to do it.
I was just I was like, I knew you're going to run fast, but 2:32, like it's pushing it. Like you're getting to that level, that elite level. You are. Whether you like it or not, you absolutely are. So I said yourself, McGlynn had a good day. Who else had a good day? Like
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Like that's like A Star Is Born. Do you know what I mean? A 19-year-old girl to come out and put that down.
And
but also
enjoyed doing it as well. She looked comfortable.
A shout to Anne-Marie as well. Like Anne-Marie in her mid-40s to be competing for a national title and to put herself in that battle. But for a young girl to go out on the streets of Dublin when Anne-Marie is the 2 times champion and to latch onto her and race the way she did, unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff.
Impressive.
Very
bright future. Katrina McKiernan's 2:22 record could be in
well, when you're looking at a kid
trouble
at
there in a few
19 doing
years.
that, you know, like the sky is the limit, man.
Yeah.
What's the name of the guy that won it again?
Daniel Mesfin.
Saw a video of him missing his bottle in the park.
Missed
and
the
then,
bottle twice.
Fiddling over and back, and like seeing like 20-30 seconds of him going back, and then he ended up getting the bottle and then winning was like...
I think there's a lesson in that as well, though. Like Matt McConnell, shout out to Matt, made a video about this. That is the importance of fueling. This guy abandoned the pack, and he did it on Northumberland Road, like your home and hose at this stage. He abandoned the pack, and look, there's an argument about that last fueling station, whether or not that one was necessary or not. But earlier on, he did it. He went back and fumbled for a bottle.
And lost
a bit of ground.
Yeah.
There's a good bit of road there.
Couple of seconds.
And he gets back on and wins the race. And don't neglect fuel. Do you know? Just get the fuel into you. I think there's a lot to be said. If an elite is turning around and he's on, like he ran 2:08, do you know what I mean? This is the pinnacle of marathon performance. Like he's turning around, fumbling for a bottle, looking around for it, and then latching back onto the group. That means that the fuel is more important than staying on paces for that moment of time.
Like stopping, turning around, and then turned around again, and like was over and back, and was mad.
Yeah, like we're there talking about the difference between a 3:38 and a 3:40 kilometer. You know, it's like those 2 seconds, they do add up, especially over the long distance. He's after losing 10 seconds of standing still.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's probably making it
trying
back.
to get back going
and he's
again.
probably dropping a bit of a surge to get back on. Now, he did it steadily enough, but still, like...
Yeah.
And it's a game gone back. I think Dave McGlynn's race was just the gutsiest display of running. Genuinely, to make that call, like, this is a guy who's put himself in a position with, you know, over a month of altitude training to fight for a national title, and to watch 3 guys who you know could potentially put down around 2:10, like 3 of the best marathon runners in the country, go up the road because you're that confident. I think that for me is, if you're talking about the best performers in Dublin Marathon, I think that's the gutsiest display of athletics. It's unbelievable.
Running your own race.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it just goes to show as well, when you hear people throw out that run your own race, stay in your own lane, it doesn't just apply to your sub 5, sub 4, sub 3 runner. We're talking the pinnacle of, like, it doesn't get better than 2:10, 2:11. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the top guys, and they're doing the same things, albeit at a different speed. And the reason I watched Dublin Marathon back, one is to relive the buzz, but like, two, there's so many little lessons that you can take from how these guys are running, and just apply them to the way that you run, in a different way. But it's the core concept of it, like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, it was interesting. It was a good day out. Ava had some day. That's phenomenal. Like,
phenomenal.
Anyone that I spoke to about it, they said, like, my dad said he's seen her, and she just looked so calm as well, which is so cool. Like, to just be there and like smiling and waving, and it's like no pressure at all. I guess it's at 19 as well. Like, that confidence is insane.
And I've ran with Anne-Marie McGlynn as well. Like, I raced Strabane half marathon with her, and that's her hometown. But every single person on the street was screaming her name. Come on, Anne-Marie. And if you're racing for a national title, you can guarantee that's difficult. But to be able to manage the whole way around the course, I was talking to her after it, to be able to stay within yourself and stay in your own lane and just settle into a groove, regardless of who people are cheering for, and know that you're beside one of the most experienced marathoners Ireland has, and to be able to put that down, it's just...
Must be very intimidating for her.
100%, but she didn't once look intimidated.
Yeah.
She
So
just
cool.
did
so
her
chill,
thing.
so chill.
To go out there and do your thing, like, I think that's just phenomenal. Like.
Yeah. Not being stressed about it as well must help. Just being like, do you know what, I'm gonna cruise along here, I'm gonna do my best, I'm gonna soak it in, I'm gonna enjoy it, and then it's just like happens.
I guess having no expectations as well, kind of like you're just like, all right, grand, we'll see what we can do, and then halfway you're like, all right, yeah, we will see what we can do here, you know. I think the underdog is it's always nice to kind of be in there and just go, all right, grand. Yeah. Like, nobody's paying attention to me, right, I'm going to show everyone. Super cool though, super impressive. I think anybody that gets the marathon done, including the 7-hour people, it is so cool.
Yeah,
like,
well, another guy actually on top of that, sorry to interrupt you there, a 71-year-old man decided to do his first Dublin marathon, his first marathon. And completed it. And I think that is just incredible. Like, this guy, the finish line has been taken down and they kind of moving onto the path, is walking in the dark with some people supporting to finish it. I just think that that's proof. Like, if you tell me you can't do a marathon, and there was a time I would have said that as well, it's just not true. Do you know? Like, we're capable of so much more than we understand. Yeah. And there's examples of that through the entire field. Ger Copeland as well. Like, Ger, who had a life-changing stroke, and he's running with a guide, you know, and he ran sub 3. Like, that is just monumental.
It's so cool to see so many impressive feats of so many different people, so many different walks of life, and everybody, like you said, comes together, and it's like the buzz around everybody's so supportive. And I've said that about Dublin before as well. It's like, it genuinely feels like everybody there is actually supporting you. Like, if you stopped, say, in the last kilometre or so, people would be over that barrier shouting at you, being like, you've 1,000 metres to go, you've 1,000 steps, and they'd be screaming at you. But, like, it's not like, hey guys, come on, let's go, you can do it. It's like, get in there and finish what you started. And you're like, you feel it. It's like your own dad or your uncle or something shouting at you and grabbing you and shaking you and going, you can do this. And you're like, absolutely I can. And you might be dying under 200 metres down, but you're going, he believes in me. I can do this. And
it's that fighting Irish spirit, man. It's magic.
Yeah, but the community, it's just so uplifting to see everybody on such a buzz and united in that one feat of 42.2 kilometers, and everybody's on the same team.
Just gotta love the marathon.
Oh, it's unbelievable, lads. It's absolutely unbelievable. What's next? Valencia.
I'm doubling down.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna say it. I wasn't talking about times all year, and there's not that much focus on it. I am gonna go to Valencia and go out on sub 2:30 pace, and I'm perfectly okay with it not materialising, and I don't think I have a right for it to materialise. But to kind of go somewhere that I know is quick, over 500 men went under 2:30 last year. I didn't think I would be approaching Valencia in 2:30 low condition, and I just ran 2:30 low in Dublin, which is quite hard. Perfectly at peace with it not happening. I'll have a smile on my face, but I am going to go and try and run 2:29 in Valencia.
You'll have
and
a knock.
I'll happily say that.
Yeah, man.
Sick. Same.
Yeah, man.
I think Valencia, the cut-off point is 2:30 now.
Valencia's ridiculous. I think don't quote me 100% on this. There's loads of waves, and I think wave like 11 or something might be sub 4 hours. Like it's insane.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Valencia, and then the Fields of Athenry 10k. Stephen's Day.
Yeah.
That was great crack last year. Good race. If the weather is half decent, it'll be much nicer. It was a lovely day last year, but that's fun. You get a nice hat, which is a nice change up, and top 50 get a special finishers t-shirt,
and a nice fast race,
which is kind of fun.
A nice fast
good
10K.
field. Yeah. Nice way to kind of spend the Christmas thinking that having that on Stephen's Day. I think is cool.
I'm glad the three of us are doing that. I think that'd be a nice Christmas buzz, man.
I kind of wanted to book something afterwards. There's not much going on. I'm travelling a bit over the next while as well. I was looking at races in the UK and stuff as well. There was I'm over there for a coffee festival for work, and there's a 6-hour race. Basically, it's like a 7k loop or something. And I was like, I mean, I'm fit. Like, I am fit. What could I put down in 6 hours? And I was like, is that how I want to spend my Sunday after working at the coffee festival for 2.5 days? I was like, probably not. But I was like, that would be interesting. But I'm going to focus on the shorter stuff for now, for the next while, until next year. Next autumn, I'll do another marathon. I've done 2 this year, and it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a big commitment.
It's a big commitment. It takes a toll on his body. I think even now, like my central nervous system and stuff as well, like I just don't feel right. Like it does definitely take a few days.
I was out running there earlier, and I was like ran 12k, which on any given day, most of the year at an easy pace, I'm like half asleep through sometimes, and my heart's like screaming at me. I'm looking at that race like, oh Jesus Christ, how am I going to get to Valencia? Like,
I'm in that boat now as well. Like, I don't know what fitness I can build between now and Valencia.
I think just looking after your
bike,
hip,
I'll on that rower there a good bit, I think. But hopefully,
absolutely,
knock out a few minutes.
And then spring, always a few good races in spring. Maybe do some halves and 5s and 10s. We were on a bit of a roller racing last spring, last summer.
5s and 10s.
Yeah, man.
Next summer, the Bob Heffernan return.
Oh, Bob Heffernan.
Bob Heffernan.
The Peugeot race series, the Bob Heffernan, the Mary Hanley 5K will be hit.
Tops.
It will be hit.
Yeah.
I believe it's downhill.
Man, it's crazy fast.
I believe it's quite fast.
Oh, lads,
the course itself, it speaks to you.
Yeah, but no, I'm buzzing because like I've never done fast 5. Like my first 5k race was Skibbereen. I'd done park runs. Skibbereen 17:31 I ran, and that was my first ever 5k. And like compared to my marathon, my 5k and 10k is abysmal. Like abysmal, but not for long. Like I think I have a 17 in me now next week, just off the bat, basically, just from my interval sessions.
He's the 5k geezer, man.
He is.
He'd go out and just knock them out. For the
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I've done 2. I ran 16:30 and then I ran 16:02, and I hate them.
It's just so short and sweet that like it's like, right, come on, it's going to be 15 odd minutes when you start hurting. That's all.
But I love being able to breathe, man. I really like the taste of oxygen.
Your legs are screaming, but like you just keep the strides going, pushing the arms. It's different. And it's done, and it's like 15 minutes ish, whatever. Like, and you're like, boom.
It's just 15 minutes.
15-minute 5k run.
Soon, definitely.
16-minute 5k.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on is actually becoming a better runner and a better athlete as well. In that, like, doing plyometrics and learning the rhythm and stuff. Like, even the track is such a novelty to me. I'm buzzing for that. Like, that's a new adventure. It's like gonna go into like almost the college athlete mindset of just ripping the track up and just doing that. And like, sick. I've never done a 400 meter rep around a track. Like, I've no idea what my fastest 400 meter is. I've no idea what my fastest K is on fresh legs. So all that stuff, and just running form, because Anto said to me, he was like, that video of me sprinting across the line, I was running so beautifully because I was just pumping the arms. And he was like, if you ran like that all the time, like with the proper form, I run fairly wide, very muscly.
Better mechanics.
Yeah. Like, things would just fall into place. So if I'm just going to hammer the short stuff and then book Chicago for next year, and who knows what that's going to look like.
A bit of short stuff on the track as well for the crack.
Yeah.
It's rainy.
Yeah.
I need to get a nice pair of spikes like you with a plate.
Have a nice pair of spikes ready to go.
100%. But yeah, the short stuff definitely translates over to the longer stuff as well.
I mean, like the marathon, definitely. One of the biggest determiners of performance in the marathon is how efficient are you. Mm-hmm. And if your mechanics are sloppy, you're less efficient. You waste more energy. Like, if your mechanics are really clean, you know, when you're looking at some of these guys running like 250 kilometers, like, and they don't look like they're running 250, it's because so much focus is being put on those fundamentals that their mechanics are really smooth. So the power output's going in the right place, everything's happening well. It's a well-oiled machine type buzz, like, you know. But if you're throwing it everywhere, you're just losing energy, like, you know. It's so funny you say that about the arms, like, it's what you notice in the marathon towards the end. You're looking at clips, and at the start, of this one clip going down the keys, just popping, like, really, really fluid.
Your feet
running.
Are barely touching the ground. Boom,
just
boom, boom,
really
gone.
Nice running, like. And then there's like, I have a clip at the last corner, 42 kilometers, when I see my dad, and I can't drive. There's no arm drive, nothing's moving. It's just mechanically, I'm still hitting the ground, I'm moving, but the difference, if you compare them, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, and that's why your man Mesfin won, because he was the fresher man at the end of that. Could that have been a fueling thing? Probably.
More petrol in the tank.
Exactly, but like, when you look at the two, your man was absolutely grimacing. The other fella that came second, he was grimacing, messing. He was like, right, I have my fuel, I'm here. But he was running as smoothly probably as he started, and then that just defeated the other guy as well. He was like, this fella's running, I'm not. I've no kick left, you know. And once again, lads, we have some questions right from the Instagram. I actually haven't gone through these. There's a few outrageous ones. Okay. So.
Nice.
We'll see. There's a few. Shout out to my brothers. Andy said send feet pics. Nice. That was the first one.
Andy did love your feet the last time.
Your feet got a lot of compliments, Cian. I think you have a bit of a business in the OnlyFans market.
Feet. I have lovely feet.
Yeah.
Well kept nails.
A lot of people were just saying, why the fuck didn't you have socks on as well?
Man, I would like to throw it out there. I said this before the podcast.
Wait, did you have socks on?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Will had his shoes and all that. Nah, it was good. I have all that footage just plastered across my wall now and all as well.
Man, Nuki.
If you could only run one distance for the rest of your life, what distance would it be? Which is a great question, I think.
Does this include training? Like, if I'm
you can only race. You can only race one distance.
Marathon, easy.
Half marathon, easy.
Fair. I'd probably go for the marathon as well. Like, when I think of running, I think you're either a miler, like having a really impressive mile time.
Being a cool miler, being a good miler is
so cool.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. Like, putting down a sub 4 and all is the coolest thing ever. 5k and then a marathon. Like, anything else for me is like, I think the half marathon's the perfect distance, because you could go race a half marathon once a month if you want.
The half marathon is the perfect distance, but it's also really, really, really hard.
It's a 10k pace.
That's why I like it.
Hard. Yeah,
it's so.
You're just taking the easy marathon.
You know, that's fair. He's got a point there. He does have we're taking all the glory. You know, the turnout to Dublin half isn't anywhere near Dublin full. You know, Cian's just there in the slogs. Cian's winning Clontarf. You know. And we're just there talking, oh yeah, the support in Dublin. He likes the half marathon because
he doesn't have the long run for us.
All right, sweet. Not going to say that one. Thanks, Gary. Any specific strength and conditioning work you guys did to aid with running or prevent injury? I think we're all fairly guilty of not doing anything. Like, you're in good nick. You know, you're in the gym a bit. I'm in
doing
all right,
upper
Nick,
body.
looking, but like I said to myself I was going to look after my body a lot more this time around, and I think I did maybe 16 calf raises over the 16 weeks. Very stupid of me. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
I did a bit of mobility stuff in the build-up because I couldn't run, but like
You're the best of the three of us.
I don't mind.
big time.
I'll jump down on a mat in the gym for like 15, 20, open up hips and like stretch and like chill. I try and open it up. But like squats wise, calf raises wise, like I'm the worst.
I did nothing. That's the guys. No, sorry, I was in pain a couple of times. I did like a little bit of like tiny amount of stuff. But
You put up
nothing.
a good reel once of you in the gym and your legs look lovely in that. I remember that.
Early
that was
on
good
in the
early
block,
on, yeah.
I was like, this is going to be the marathon block where I complemented with strength. I did it for like 3
Novelty
weeks.
wears off.
Oh man, I
That's so
hate going
quick.
to the gym. I'm such a scrawny little nerd. Like, you go to the gym and everyone's like breathing testosterone. I'm there like wearing a Bob Heft fucking t-shirt. Like,
Bob Heft.
not for me, man. I'm accustomed to the foam roller. I do a few calf raises, but it is proven that like that strength and conditioning is gonna, one, make you more efficient, but two, make you more powerful, and three, reduce the risk of injury. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I just feel so my legs went on me in Dublin and I felt okay cardio wise. Yeah, maybe a little bit of the injury, but the muscles in my legs, like my quads were just like I couldn't go. So I feel like if you had that strength from squatting and doing lower leg stuff in the gym, you'd last a bit longer.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for these like fellas that kind of come from gym background and like heavy squats, heavy lifting, and then they go into high rocks or they go into running. A lot of them can move, especially over the shorter stuff, just because they have so much power in their legs.
So much power, bro.
So much power in the legs. So
power.
that's one thing I'm focusing on. I want to get back into actual good Nick as well. But yeah, definitely gonna, like, when I'm in the gym, I'm fairly strong and everything as well. Like, it does come back quite quickly. But yeah, that's definitely something. Like, even my legs were gone from like 35k. It was lead blocks.
I always have a stupid excuse as well. I'm like, I have a race in 4 weeks. Because in fairness, I do constantly book races, like I'm bad for it. I'm like, I have a race in 4 weeks. I'm not going to start the gym now because that's going to affect that race. Which in fairness, like, you're not going to start right before a target race.
Yeah.
And then I just say the same thing the next time. I'm like, oh,
Just keep booking races, man.
Yeah.
I think doing little bits though, like just doing like the odd set here and there is beneficial just to like keep the strength there.
Definitely.
I do
Like
throw out the
some
calf
RDLs.
raises a lot just for the crack.
Yeah.
The calf raises are
Tops.
definitely important. Who can drink the most pints?
Easily, man.
I'd say me, lads.
I'd say you as well.
Yeah. Were you a good drinker back in your day?
No.
Like, would you be slaughtering them
Clearly
now?
not.
Yeah.
Worst drinker ever.
Probably the best to ever do
Probably
it. Yeah.
He lasted till about 21 on the points. No, I was actually a terrible drinker.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'd be drunk after 3 cans.
I
Really?
don't
Yeah, man.
enjoy any more than like 4 or 5. Once it gets to like 4, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of like had enough.
I've
love
recently
2 or
started
3.
having 1 pint. Best buzz ever.
But that's why I love hanging out with you in the pub, man. Because like I'm fine in the pub. I don't care. I just don't drink. But there's a big difference between me going to the pub with a lot of people who are sculling points and getting scuttered.
Yeah.
And going with yous when I know yous don't care. You're
Yeah.
gonna sit there and have a point or two, and then we're all gonna tip on together. Like,
Exactly.
massive
That's the
difference,
thing. Like, I'm just not mad into the drinking anymore, but like having 1, because I do love a Guinness, having a pint, it's my new thing. Just going in and going, yeah, I'll have a pint.
Yeah.
And then just after that going, I'm happy with that. Whereas before I go, yeah, lovely.
And you're not affected by that then? Like your sleep
No.
isn't affected by 1?
No.
I don't think, personally.
Well, that's
And
what
he
huge
moderation.
ring.
3 or 4,
Except
extra
for me.
moderation.
Yeah, 100%. How often do you train with your club, or do you train more solo or with others at similar abilities?
I rarely train solo. Rarely. Oh, sorry, I easy run solo all the time.
Yeah.
I rarely, like, even when I'm involved in a Tuesday night session,
Yeah.
everyone's running different sessions at different abilities, so I'm pretty much always running alone at that. But even being there while people are running the same circuit, I would consider that running together, because it gives me a kick.
And then you drop
tempo
me
I pretty
3
much always do alone as well.
You dropped me fucking 3 sets.
Yeah, we
in
put
sound for
Lukey through
that.
the ringer one day, but in fairness to you, man, you hung deep on that. That was.
I was dying.
And let's call it, but man, you'd no right to run that session.
No,
Like,
I was just out with
That's
the
the
crap.
way to do it.
and he just went in, bit the fucking thing between his teeth.
3:29
and
a
went for
k
it.
or something, like my 5k pace. He was like, yeah,
I told
5
him
by a
3:30s
k and a
and we
half.
were going out like 1500 metre reps at 3:25, and he was like,
Yeah, why not?
I do tempo alone, and then I always long run. Now, massive shout out again, actually. Every weekend, Chris O'Reilly and Ian Malloy will always keep me company in the long run. No matter how outrageous I tell them the long run is, they will share the workload. And I probably wouldn't have been in the nick I was for Dublin without those two blokes.
Yeah, you need the support, man. You definitely need the support. Your help for runners is great for that as well.
Big
That's
shout out
something.
your help for runners.
Yeah, major.
The long runs. I found myself alone for most part. Now the last couple of weeks, I feel like I haven't ran at all. But like up to 2 months ago, I was doing sessions at Raheny most Wednesdays. With you guys a bit, but like easy runs in the park, like because work and stuff, I go out random times. So like 10, 12, 16k easy runs all the time in the park by myself.
Yeah, because it's so close as
To be
well.
honest.
Yeah, I think most people easy run. It's so hard to like match up your easy run. Like I easy run a lot when I come in from work and it might be 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And people kind of like doing it earlier and stuff like that, or they're morning runners or whatever.
We need to
Group together for sessions.
easy
together.
run together more, lads. That's the buzz. Because
We do
the
actually,
nice
yeah.
thing is
Nice
you
chats.
can go just chat away. You're with each other for an hour and a bit. And I think that's why we've become so close as well. And we're all kind of around town and stuff too. But like even went for an easy run there the other week with you and some of the lads from Anto's crew. And I was like, this is the buzz.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm gonna run 15k today easy. You're gonna run 15k today easy. When we're both done work, why don't we just do it together and we get to see each other and have a bit of crack?
Yeah, fine.
you
We
know?
always have a laugh, man, on the
What a
road.
buzz.
Yeah,
It's
you
worth
know?
that few minutes of the drive, just the extra bit of effort just to come together and do it, because then that hour and 10 or hour and 20 is so much nicer.
Yeah. And then when you want to do your easy runs by yourself, just do it.
Also, there's got to be scientific evidence behind how quick an easy run feels when you're with people.
Yeah.
Like at the peak of my marathon block, some of them are like 20, 21k easy, like midweek, medium long run, if
So
you want to call
funny.
it. It just feels so long.
Yeah.
But if you go out and do it with someone, even if they keep you company for 15k,
Yeah.
it's like you look down at the watch and 15k is gone. Happy days.
I always find with the easy runs, because you're chatting away, your heart rate just goes up so much higher. Like if you're with someone, you're kind of going your normal easy pace by yourself. I'll be going, all right, Grant, I'm hitting 150s and like mid 150s, and I'm like, Jays, this isn't easy at all. And doesn't like I'm almost gasping. And I'm like, right, either let's stop talking or let's slow it down a bit as well. So you have to be a bit careful. Like, but easy is easy, you know.
You're easy?
Your easy pace is probably my tempo, man. I'd say at this stage, like, how do I find people to run with? It's a good question.
Bro, I'm like...
Bell me.
yeah, I'm always
It
running.
is hard though, like if you don't have that many mates that are into it, like you have to like reach out, like text people, just like, what's the crack, are you running? If you follow people on Strava, if like, oh, we're in and around the same area, do you fancy going for that, whatever, if you seem to be doing easy runs every Thursday evening, come on, sure, we'll link up and do it.
The running
It's
community is
hard.
very accepting to that, and I know it takes, like if you're not in the running community, it takes a bit to understand that, but I only know both of you from random DMs.
Yeah.
Like I DM'd you before a race last year and I was like, we go out together, and you were like, yeah, met you on the start line, and then we were mates. Same thing with you, DM'd you, I was like, let's get a run in sometime.
You sent me a mad photo that day.
Yeah.
Your feet look terrible in that, man. No, it is, all you need is not one risky text, but it is one uncomfortable moment where you either say to somebody in person, or you go to a run club by yourself for the first time, or you text somebody. Take that one small step and just think nothing bad can happen. Like, this isn't weird to text someone to say, hey, do you want to go for a run? Most people are going to be quite happy to run with you. You could form a nice friendship. You could just go for the odd run or whatever. But there's no downside risk to it. It's not weird to text someone and be like, here, listen, you live around the same area. Like, what day do you do an easy run?
100%.
Just do it. It's not that scary. It can be scary, but just do it. Everyone's friendly. And like anyone that we know from running, like everybody's sound.
Everyone's dead on. Man, last year, like I just moved back to Dublin and I'd ran Dublin Marathon, but before that I'd never really ran with people other than the Ferrybank crew down in Waterford I was running with. I didn't know anyone in the running community, and one day, this is still probably the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done, but it was like what happened from it was massive. I was in the gym one day, mad storm outside, so I was like, fucking, I'm going up the treadmill to do this session. Went up and there was a guy 2 treadmills down the Valencia Marathon top running a session. I was kind of looking at him, I was like, yeah, he's running quick. And then he got off the treadmill and I was like, fuck it, call him over. So I called him over to me and he came over to me and we had a quick chat, whatever, thought nothing of it. And then it was like full stalker mode, follow him on Instagram, the whole lot. That's Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy's one of my best friends now, do you know? I probably spend more time with Ryan than most people who run like 4 or 5 days a week. But just put myself outside my comfort zone. I was like, you don't know anyone. Do you want to keep running on your own, or do you want to meet some people?
Yeah.
And then off that, the butterfly effect, the amount of people I met through Ryan is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Approach people, do you know?
Yeah, and it is like, I think it's easy for me to say just go up and talk to people. Like, you know what I'm like. I will talk to absolutely anybody. Whereas you a year ago, very different from who I am as in confident wise,
man.
you know.
But I also had this fear, like from when I got sober. The only way I knew how to make a connection with someone was to go partying. That was it. I didn't understand that I could do that without partying. And that was kind of evidence to me that day. It was like, oh man, that was easy. You just had a chat, like, do you know what I mean? And then the next thing, I think the next week we were out running, like, do you know? Class.
So just text people. That's it. Text people, say it in person. Or just put yourself in the park.
Just rock down to you for runners, like on a Sunday morning.
Exactly.
Big time.
Exactly.
Big
There's
time.
so many run clubs as well. And any run club I've been to, or any run club that I know the owner, everyone's sound. Like, I've never been to a run club where it's like, this is actually a bit uncomfortable, no matter what pace you are, who you are. As long as you don't go down with notions, you should be fine. You know?
Notions won't get you far.
No,
I have loads of them. They haven't got me very far. But
no, 100%. But yeah, just reach out to people, whoever it is, and especially people around your area, or join a run club or an actual track club, I guess, as well. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 40 duck-sized horses?
40 duck-sized horses.
yeah, I feel like you could just kind of punt them away.
You just kick them, wouldn't you? A big
They
duck.
wouldn't be able to
Man, a huge duck could be a monster.
necking
Like,
Huge duck could be scary. A hard beat.
40 tiny little horses, man. You just kind of punt them away one by one.
Be a lot cooler to say you beat the shit out of them.
Imagine if the horse-sized duck opened up its fucking wings.
Yeah. It'd be like a...
That'd be huge.
It
That'd be
would.
scary.
Fuck that, man. I don't want to do that. That's like final boss shit.
We'd need the three of us for that one, I reckon. Yeah, we're going to go duck-sized horses for that. If you could do one famous ultra marathon, what would it be?
Barkley for sure, man.
You reckon you got it?
No, I reckon I don't think I'd finish a single lap of Barkley, but Barkley's so cool.
When you go around the forest looking for little things.
Yeah. Barkley's like...
I'd rather not die in a forest.
Yeah, I feel like Barkley's probably as close to death as you can get whilst running. Like,
that sounds like really badass survival. Like,
that's hunting and gathering kind of above.
Man, it's the coolest race. If you don't know about Barkley Marathons, go and watch a documentary on it. Unbelievable.
The lady who won it,
Jasmine Paris. So cool.
Go watch that documentary.
Yeah, that's sick. There's another...
Turn this video off. Go watch that.
I need to watch it because I don't know it.
What up, YouTube? There's another one, a guy called Gary Robbins. He has this documentary called Where Dreams Go to Die about the Barkley Marathons. Tops.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Sick.
that is cool. Moab be sick as well. The heat be an absolute killer, but it's probably all time one of the greatest runs.
What would you want to do?
The Kerry Way.
Kerry Way? I was just going to say.
That's 200k, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give that a lash.
He loves the local buzz,
Yeah.
man. The local fella.
Yeah, a few pints after.
Nothing hectic.
And along the way, maybe.
Yeah.
Cut a marathon. Ultra would be kind of cool. Nice scenery, just out there by yourself. Nice, open.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
But I haven't
60 trees?
You can take a man out of the West, but you cannot take the West out of the man.
Absolutely.
100%. I have a question for Will in particular. So, Cian, you can just bounce. Yeah, go on. We're going. Question for Will. How to increase... Leave that mic there, maybe, Kino.
Oh. You just hear like...
Question for Will. How to increase volume to the levels he did while avoiding injury? It's a great question. Because
it's a good question that I'm probably not equipped to answer properly. But look, there is an element of luck involved as well. Let's call a spade a spade. I don't do enough strength. My fueling's pretty good. Like, I
definitely improved.
Brianna McGee, top of the notch, really good nutritionist, helped me to understand how much I need to be fueled all the time. So I feel like that's the bare minimum. If you're going into higher miles, you need to fuel the miles. I'm not talking about taking gels out there. I mean, you need to eat all the time. Or you can't run, full stop. But then, like, I increase them very slowly. So, like, for a year I was probably running like an average of 100k a week outside a block, just coaching my body to absorb that load, and a massive chunk of that is easy mileage. And then also understanding, like easy pace is a range. It's an effort, you know, understanding when that can be a bit faster and when it needs to be a lot slower is important. So there's days, particularly the day after any session. So for me, Tuesday, Thursday are session days, and Sunday's a hard long run. That means that Wednesday, Friday and Monday have to be a walk in the park. Like my body needs just to recover on the easy run. I think over time your body starts to actively recover within that as well. But slowly is the answer. Like if you look at the start of my block, to get from the mileage I was doing outside the block, about 100k a week, between 90 and 100k a week, there's like plus 5k. Okay, I'm going to hover at 120 for an extra week because I'm not going to jump up to 130. I just want to coach myself at that load and then up to 130. But my coach is also monitoring that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I peaked at 140 for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. I raced it and then I peaked at 140 for like 5-6 weeks. Which is like 20k a day, which I didn't think my body could handle, but it handled quite well. And I spoke to Michael Brady, another Heaney guy, 220 marathon runner, because he was running 100 mile weeks ahead of Berlin there, and I was like thinking in my head, I was like, how the fuck could I run 100 miles a week? Like when I was running 100 miles is 160. I don't know where I'd get an extra 20k in, and he said the same thing. Before this, I didn't really think I could run 100 miles a week, and I think it's a balance of doubles. Slowly though, everything happened slowly, and I just took that time. And look, I'm going to say it as well, like so many people told me I'm doing it wrong, I'm going too fast, I'm going too far, I'm running too much, I'm not looking after myself.
Too intense sessions, etc.
Yeah, part of that is me. I put out all of my training out there, and people are going to tell you they don't agree with you, which is fine. You have to be willing to just stick with your guns, stick with your coach, and accept what you're doing. There's a risk to it, but is it the accepted method? I don't know. But do I believe that more marathon or more miles equals a better marathon? Partially, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It feels a better marathon for me anyway. I think I felt stronger for longer out there because I've been running over 20 miles in the long run for like 10 weeks.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, 100%. I also think most people don't need to touch anywhere near the mileage you've done.
I'd say I ran more miles than most people would tell you need to run for 230.
Yeah.
232.
Yeah. And it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Indeed.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, man.
I was going to do it.
From your training block, what have you learned that just helps everything just click together? So like maybe stuff outside of the actual running. What helps when you're training, I guess?
For me, I value sleep hugely. I like prioritise sleep over anything else. I'll stay in bed that extra bit. Like, luckily enough, work at 11 o'clock.
Oh, to be self-employed.
But sleep.
Oh, to be a young entrepreneur.
A grafter.
Yeah.
You have to be sleeping.
Yeah.
Get into that bed. Like, if you stay up that extra hour flicking on the phone, which sacrifices then that hour in the morning, and you're having 5 or 6 hours sleep, getting up and you have to get up for work, you have to get up for college. Prioritising sleep earlier, like the night before, just massively valuable. That's when you're recovering, that's when you're locking in the training, that's when you're getting fitter, that's when you're putting on the muscle again. And there's loads of science behind like not getting injured because you're sleeping well. Number one. And then like watching your diet and just eating what's right.
Yeah, I was going to say eating, big time. Food, massively. Like firm believer. And I think eating well is obviously 100%, it's good, but beyond that, just eating, are you getting enough fuel in? And if you're worried about the quality of your food, that's important too, but the first thing you need to worry about is quantity. Are you getting enough fuel in? And you need to understand what that is for you and for the mileage you're running. But then on top of that, for me, would be like, where's my head at? Do you know what I mean? I run a million times better when my head's in the right place. And sometimes I can neglect that when I'm in those higher mileage weeks and I'm just focused on running. This time around, I took that little bit of time to make sure my head was right on top of it.
Hold on here, lads.
Are we in trouble?
Could be in trouble there. That's not recording. Yeah, so that just stopped recording there for a second. It would be on that one, but basically, question was what helps outside of training. Cian gave a really great explanation about sleep, which maybe you want to...
Not going to repeat it.
Yeah,
sleepy
and Will, you were talking about diet and then also your head.
Food and your head.
Yeah.
For me, where's my head at?
Yeah.
My head's in a good place, my run's probably in a good place, my head's in a bad place. running's probably taking its toll as well.
Yeah.
Quick fire, sleep, 8 hours. Don't sacrifice the hour scrolling on your phone in bed for the hour in the morning if you have to get up for work in college. Eat properly, as in protein. You're looking for what, 1.5 grams per kilo to 2 grams per kilo of body weight if you can, which is a lot. So like you're looking at like 2 or 3 breasts of chicken, eggs, other forms of protein. Supplements are good as well. Important for recovery. And then carbon fueling up for your runs. If you're doing 140k weeks, like that is serious calories. Average runner burns what, 1,000 every hour? So if you're running for 10 hours, that's 10,000 calories, including your daily metabolic, which is just burning lying on the couch. So you need to be eating a lot.
Yeah.
Geezer.
Fit guy.
Yeah. Sports
Fit
scientist.
Knows his shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Is that what you studied?
Yeah.
Really? Fair play.
Qualified PT.
I knew that.
There you go.
Anyone's looking for coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Good deal.
That's it, yeah.
I think all of those things, yeah. I'm terrible with my sleep recently. I'd normally be on top of it. I slept like 5 hours last night. In the block, in the lead up to the marathon, it was abysmal. I think I was averaging 6:15, like for 6 weeks maybe beforehand. And then that week before the marathon, I just said, right, nothing else matters. I need to recover here. I need to sleep. I need to be rested. I need to be fed. And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked out well. Also think, for me, I just think running is one aspect of my life, and if I'm not focusing on the other stuff in my life, then I'll just be like, what am I running for as well? Like, it's different when you're putting everything into a block, but it's like just day to day. Like now, the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be training hard, but I'm just going to get into the gym as well and just train and focus on relationships and friends and work and everything good, you know. I think just getting on a buzz and enjoying the runs when you're doing them as well, I think that makes such a difference. Like every run this block, pretty much I've gone out and gone, this is a buzz. I'm so happy to be doing this.
You need a bit of that.
So I've been absolutely loving it, but I think just your attitude to life in general, I think there's too many soppy people around. There's so much to enjoy in life. If running is one of them, which it is for all of us, then enjoy it and like take that time and take that hour and a half in your day and go, right, I'm going to give this my all. And then when you're not running, you don't have to worry about it. It's not a big worry, but yeah, I think your attitude towards life is very important. And getting on a buzz, man. I hate when people aren't on a buzz. If you're not on a buzz, don't talk to me. I'm on a buzz. We're all on a buzz. And that's it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. I think we all had a pretty good day out and a monumental weekend. I think the buzz around the Friday, Saturday Keno events, and then your helpful runners, and then Sunday after as well, a bit of food as well, which was just so nice to just go somewhere. And like last year, I went straight to the pub and it was just it was whatever. This year,
the time together was a buzz.
Yeah, that's what I've enjoyed the most. The last little while, just getting on a buzz with the lads, you know. So yeah, reach out to people, find your own little crew as well, whoever it is. Like we all have each other, we're all good mates. You'll see us around, I guess, but it's like
enter the ballot.
Yeah, get the Dublin Marathon ballot going, definitely. Get on a buzz. Sleep 8 hours a night. Don't be scrolling TikTok. And yeah, I think it's a good buzz, and it's good to wrap this up. It's been an absolute journey.
A pleasure.
The last few weeks.
We'll do it again.
Until next year.
We'll do it again. No, we'll do it before next year. We'll do it again, lads. We'll do it all the time. We're here. Life is good. We're on the buzz, as I like to say. And yeah, it's good crack. So lads, I appreciate you both.
Lukey.
Thanks for your time, as always.
As always.
And yeah, I think everybody knows where to find you guys. Cian Charlton, W Boyle Dub. Why is your name W Boyle Dub, man? You're not just Will Boyle.
Everyone in college calls me that. They're like, yo, W Boyle Dub, what's up? Bro, it's W Boyle and Dublin.
Yeah, I know, but like it's just such a headache. Like, was Will Boyle 1 not available, or like Will Boyle Dublin?
Fuck that number shit, man. Give me
I love when it's just plain and simple.
Yeah,
when I was like a mad name, I was like, oh, my name's actually Fantasy Lover 6111. It's your
Mary!
your gamer tag from like Call of Duty back in the day. Just have your name.
Yeah, it's just that's who you are. That's your name.
How many other Will Boyle is a common name? I'd say it's probably.
I don't know any other Will Boyle. There's only one. He's the GOAT.
There's literally a guy in my college course called Billy Boyle. And he lives like 400 metres down the road from me. It's crazy. I've never met this guy in my life.
Fair enough. W Boyle Dub it is. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, lads. It's been an absolute buzz. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. what your favorite colour is, and
We'll have to go.
comment if you're on a buzz.
Stay gold, pony boy.
Out.
Peace.
Yes, the lads.
I got it.
Yeah, you got a bouncy,
fucking
bouncy.
rock.